Hello, everyone. My name is Karen Lapierre Pitts, and I'm the manager of the Family Support Programs at Threads of Life. Thank you for joining us here today as we honor National Day of Mourning for workers injured and killed on the job. Threads of Life is an organization that nobody wants to join. We do, though, offer support for those who have been personally affected by work-related fatality, a life-altering injury, or an occupational disease. Many of you watching today are already members of Threads of Life, and some of you are partners and supporters. You're all welcome here, no matter where you're joining us from across Canada. We thank you for your support in our ongoing work. So in just a moment, I'll light a candle and we'll have a moment of silence to honor all those lives forever changed. I invite you to light a candle if you have one ready to light, and you can safely do that in your own environment. The significance of Day of Mourning for those affected by a workplace tragedy is the journey of grief. It's full of important dates and milestones. Most of these are intensely personal, but nevertheless, they're dates that cannot be forgotten. There's the date of the tragedy itself, the birthdays that may not be celebrated, perhaps a wedding that a loved one can't attend. But Day of Mourning is the one date we all have in common, April 28th, when together we can remember and honor all lives forever changed. On Day of Mourning, many of our families attend ceremonies and lay wreaths in their own communities. Some choose to share their personal experience as a guest speaker at these events. This year with the pandemic, most of those events can't happen, but we can be here in this moment together. My journey to Threads of Life happened 21 years ago when my brother Jamie was killed at work. The impact it had on our family forever changed our lives. We miss him every day. Every day there's a milestone that we have without him, and we think of him often. And that's why I'm here. It carved out my journey, and I want to help other families through this tragedy. So at many of our Threads of Life events, like family forums, gatherings, trainings, we do light candles in honor of those lives forever changed. The candle is a symbol of hope and healing. It serves many purposes. For Day of Mourning, we also chose a candle lighting ceremony for the symbolism. A candle lights the way for others. Darkness cannot overcome light, but the light can always prevail through the darkness. The flame brings warmth where there wasn't before. The flame always reaches upwards, and in its brightness gives us a source of strength and guidance. It's a reminder of where we are going. I'm going to light my candle now, and I invite you to do the same. In honor of workers who died or were injured or made ill. I want to thank each of you again for being here today, sharing this moment as people affected by workplace tragedy, and also people who care deeply about preventing tragedy. For those who have lost a loved one to a workplace fatality, an injury, or an illness, it's important to say those names, to remember. So I invite you to share your story or a name on our Threads of Life Facebook community page. There you'll find a Day of Mourning post, which you can respond to. There'll be others who'll share their story. And I hope as we go through the day that you'll find some comfort in the words of others. If you're new to Threads of Life, we'd like to meet you and support you in your journey to healing. Please feel free to reach out to me. And now as we go on to the rest of our day, I just want to remind everyone that whatever you do today, please be safe. Thank you.